Hello and happy as the days to each of you folks. I hope you guys are having just an absolutely amazing day. Today, one of the best in your lives. For you folks, today we're taking a look at a short story called Twins from 2024, just last year. It's by Paul Cray. It's called Pandecht. It's in the first Lone Wolf short story collection ever written. This is a anthology that I've been picking up. We just recently, I love the Kai stuff, and that sort of thing. I recently just knocked out a trilogy of game books called the Chronicles of Magnum 1 series. And while I was in that mood, I figured I'd knock out some short stories too. I was looking at their page to see if there's something else I could buy to support them as a smaller publishing company. And then I saw that the short stories were actually there too. There's 2 volumes, so this is 10 volume, 10 issues, and the next one's got 7. So that's 17 total short stories we're going to be knocking out for you folks. Right, all the good stuff. Love it lots. And I've read lots of these stuff. You can actually read all of his game books by in the Lone Wolf and by Joe Dever, or the Wizard, or the Ian Page 4-book series set in Southern Magnum on Greystar the Wizard. For you folks all online for free on projectaeon.com. Just a heads up, I've actually gone back and read those 20 books, and then the ones that were by him in the Key series, and then I'm sorry, the Kai series, rather, but it's also a Key series too. Set in Magnum, and then you also have his things that are happening too in all the various genres that are happening all up and down the block. In 4 books, I've also read his 4-book series. For it is Channel 2, the post-apocalyptic road warrior inspired, freeway war, and Mad Max inspired stuff too. And then you also have the other things too. I've also read all the game books, or gone back and read them for this channel just recently, like the Snow books, also the 4-book series by, I'm sorry, it's actually 3 books published last year by the Huntress series by Jonathan Stark. So check that stuff out too if that's something you're interested in. Yeah. So basically what's happening here in the short story, it's only 16 minutes long, 16 pages long. So typically in an oversized collection like this, it probably take me about a half an hour. But because it's a little experimental at times, and so it actually took me another 10 minutes for me to write this. It's set in Durner. The queen has been poisoned by something. She's been set aside, and there is a herb warden that serves the king and her too. And so she's going to head out on a quest to figure out what's happening and get taken care of, and that sort of thing too. So here, let me see if I can show you what I talk about when I say it's experimental. For you folks, I'll link this page for you folks, and so here I'll show it to you. All right, do you see that page right there for you folks? Hopefully you can. That is a side journal of the Pandecht journal, and that sort of thing. It's written like a journal, not like a normal thing, and that sort of thing too that you have to go back and sort of read. And a lot of it has redacted stuff in it too, which will be key to the plot. And that sort of thing too. Again, I'm taking care of. But because it's written like an actual proper handwritten thing, and I gotta go in and read it like this thing, right? Instead of regular print, and that sort of thing too. It took a little longer. Just as a heads up. But that's basically what's happening. I did like what was happening, and that sort of thing too. So I'll probably get like a 7.5 out of 10. For you folks, it was good stuff. Loved it lots, but I wouldn't say it was like the best use of avant-garde writing or journal writing or that sort of thing too. But I did like it, and that sort of thing too. So there you are. That is Pandecht, 7.5 out of 10. For you folks, have you read it? And if so, what did you think about it, right? Your opinion, after all, is just as valid as mine is. Since I'm not a trained critic, I didn't been trained in literary criticism. I'm not a Kai expert, although tons of his stuff. And then I'm not, right? I didn't even take English as a major in college either, right? So that means I'm not trained. So that means your opinion really is as valid as mine is, right? I'm just a fan, right? Just like you. So let's head out there and get that stuff together for you folks. Alrighty, so there you are for you folks. I do on Wednesdays. I do something called Serial Video Game Wednesdays, where I do older video games for you folks. On Saturday, I do something I call Serial Saturday, where I review older serials in the movies and science fiction genres, and as well as TV serials like Doctor Who from the 60s too. So I do a lot of that stuff. I've done Tarzan, Dick Tracy, Zora, that sort of thing too, so I do that too. And then on Monday, I do reviews of older things in the genres of RPGs like Dungeons & Dragons, where I've actually reviewed older role-playing too. And then also, you can also check out war game stuff like Paladin, all the stuff too. I've reviewed like maybe 30 or 40 modules there too, like lots of stuff by Gary Gygax. And then the other 3 reviews I do a week of older things like this, it's just a year ago, but you get the idea. And that sort of thing too. Alright, so if those 7 reviews a week plus all all the Lone Wolf stuff too is it sounds like your cup of tea, then great. Welcome to the channel. Have a seat. I think you'll enjoy your time here, right? And while you're here, why not do all YouTube stuff like the subscribe button, the like button, the bell icon to be notified of those 7 videos a week, and then also just share with your friends and all that good stuff, right? Basically, watch and share. Those are the key ways of growing this channel for you folks. Alright, so there you go for all of the good stuff right there for you folks. And so as you can tell from the older things, it's the passion of this channel to find a lot of these older things, or in this case, lesser known works. And then, if you and so it's also where the name of it comes from too. The worst thing about new books, as a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old stuff, right? So let's check out these new things. Not that the new things are bad, right? But in our passion for the new, in this case, novel, video game, movie, an album, right? We sometimes have forgotten that these things are standing on the shoulders of giants. So let's check out those giants, right? There we are. For you folks, and as you can tell, so if you made it all the way to the end here, I just want to thank you so very, very much for just taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my videos, because we all have so many things, right, that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions too, right? So the fact that you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate that so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.